In a quiet monastery perched atop a misty mountain, there lived a wise master named Taro. His teachings were sought far and wide, for he spoke in simple words that carried deep truths. Many students came to learn from him, hoping to unravel the mysteries of life and find lasting peace. One day, a young disciple named Kenji approached the master with a heavy heart. He had spent years studying scriptures, practicing meditation, and trying to follow every teaching. Yet he felt no closer to the peace he so desperately desired. Master, Kenji said, I have tried everything you taught, but my mind is still restless. The more I try to grasp peace, the more it seems to slip away. Why does this happen? The master smiled gently, his eyes full of compassion. Kenji, what you are experiencing in the master's paradox. Kenji frowned. Paradox? What do you mean? Taro invited Kenji to sit beside him on a stone bench overlooking the valley. The wind carried the scent of pine trees, and below them a river wound its way through the forest. The paradox, Taro began, is that the more you chase after peace, the more it escapes you. The more you clutch tightly to happiness or control, the more fragile it becomes. True peace is found not by grasping or forcing, but by surrendering and flowing with life. Kenji looked confused. But master, how can surrender lead to strength? Isn't it weakness to let go? The master chuckled softly. It may seem so, but surrender is the greatest strength. Imagine a mighty river. It flows powerfully, but it also moves gently around the stones and obstacles. It does not fight the rocks. Instead, it embraces them and continues its journey. If the river tried to hold onto every pebble or resist the banks, it would lose its power. Kenji looked down at the river, watching the water ripple and glide effortlessly around fallen branches and rocks. So, you mean I must learn to flow with life instead of fighting against it? Exactly, said Taro. Flow doesn't mean weakness. It means wisdom. It means knowing when to hold on and when to let go. It means being present with whatever arises, without resistance. Over the next few weeks, Kenji practiced this teaching. Instead of struggling to control his thoughts or force peace, he observed his emotions and sensations without judgment. When anger or anxiety arose, he didn't push them away, but allowed them to be, understanding they were like clouds passing through the sky of his mind. One evening, during a quiet meditation session beneath the ancient Bodhi tree in the monastery garden, Kenji felt a sudden stillness inside. A calmness he had never known before settled gently within him. as if a heavy weight had been lifted. The next morning, Kenji found the master tending to a small bonsai tree. The tiny tree was carefully shaped, its branches bending with grace. "Master," Kenji said, "I think I'm beginning to understand. The harder I chased peace, the more it slipped away. But when I stopped chasing and started accepting, peace came naturally." Taro nodded and pointed to the bonsai. "This tree is like your mind. If you force its branches to grow a certain way, they may break. But if you gently guide and allow them to bend with the wind, they grow strong and beautiful." Kenji smiled. "So peace is not something to capture or keep. It's something to allow, like the river flowing or the tree bending in the breeze." "Yes," said the master. "This is the master's paradox. True strength lies in surrender, and true freedom comes from letting go." In the days that followed, Kenji felt lighter. He no longer fought his fears or clung to fleeting moments of joy. Instead, he welcomed life's ups and downs with open arms, knowing that peace wasn't a distant goal but a living presence within. One afternoon, as the sun cast a golden light across the valley, Kenji sat with the master one last time before continuing his journey beyond the mountain. He bowed deeply and said, "Thank you, master, for showing me that peace is not a prize to be owned, but a paradox to be lived." The master smiled warmly. "Go forth with an open heart, Kenji. Remember, when you stop chasing, you find. When you hold on too tightly, you lose. And when you surrender, you become free." Kenji left the monastery, carrying the master's paradox in his heart, a quiet, enduring truth that would guide him through the rest of his life.